My child, I told you it was coming. I whispered it to you in the quiet. I confirmed it in ways only you would understand. I planted that promise deep in your spirit when no one else could see it. And now I am saying to you again, what I spoke is not lost, not forgotten, not delayed beyond my control. It is here. Open now. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. This is not random. I am speaking directly to you because something has shifted. What you have been praying about, what you have been wondering about, what you almost gave up on, it is standing at the door of your life. I said it was coming. You thought it would look different. You thought it would feel louder, bigger, more obvious. But I do not always move with noise. Sometimes I move with precision. Sometimes I move quietly so that only those who have been listening can recognize my hand. And you have been listening. That restless feeling in your spirit lately, that was not anxiety. That was anticipation. That pressure you have felt, that was not punishment. That was preparation. I have been aligning things behind the scenes while you were trying to figure out what was happening in front of you. Now I need your attention. Because the danger in this moment is not failure. The danger is hesitation. You have prayed for this. You have cried for this. You have asked me to move. But when the door begins to open, fear sometimes tries to whisper, what if this isn't it? What if I'm not ready? Listen to me clearly. I would not bring it to your doorstep if I had not already prepared you for it. Open now. This is not just about an opportunity. It is not just about a change. It is about trust. I am revealing to you that the waiting season is shifting into a receiving season. But you must recognize the time. You must discern the moment. Stay with me. Do not skip what I am about to unfold in your heart. There is a reason the waiting felt long. There is a reason the silence stretched your faith. I am about to show you why. I said it was coming, my child. And I do not speak empty words. What stands before you now is not an accident. It carries my timing. It carries my intention. It carries your name. Ogun. My child, I know how long you have been waiting. I saw the nights when you lay awake, staring into the darkness, wondering if you misunderstood me. I heard the prayers you whispered softly because you were afraid to hope too loudly. You tried to be strong in front of others, but in private you asked me, was that really you? Did I imagine the promise? You did not imagine it. I saw the way disappointment tried to harden your heart. I watched you fight the urge to lower your expectations just so it would hurt less. You told yourself not to get too excited anymore. You said, maybe it's safer if I expect nothing. But even then, deep inside, there was still a small flame that would not go out. That flame was me. You felt tired. Not just physically tired, but soul tired. Tired of waiting. Tired of being strong. Tired of explaining to people why you still believed something was coming when there was no visible evidence. Some days you were full of faith. Other days you were barely holding on. And you wondered if I was disappointed in your weakness. I was not disappointed. I was close. Every tear you wiped away quickly so no one would notice, I noticed. Every time you almost stopped praying about it but decided to whisper one more, Lord, please, I leaned in. You thought the silence meant absence. But my silence was not neglect. It was careful work. You have been carrying questions you never spoke out loud. What if it never happens? What if I miss my chance? What if I am not enough? My child, I heard every one of those thoughts. I was not offended by them. I understood your humanity. You have felt overlooked at times, forgotten in the process, like others were moving ahead while you remained in place. But what you could not see was that I was shaping your character in the hidden place. I was strengthening muscles you did not know you would need. You are not crazy for believing. You are not foolish for holding on. You are not weak because you felt weary. I chose you for this promise because I knew your heart. Even when you doubted yourself, I did not doubt you. And now, as the moment approaches, I want you to understand something clearly. The waiting did not disqualify you. The struggle did not cancel the word. The questions did not erase my promise. You are still the one I spoke to, and I am still the one who speaks. My child, listen to me carefully now. The delay was never a denial. You thought I was withholding something from you. You wondered if I had changed my mind. But I do not speak and then reconsider. I do not promise and then forget. What felt like distance was actually development. What felt like silence was strategy. I was building you while you were waiting. If I had given you this blessing when you first asked, it would have crushed you under its weight. You were ready to receive it emotionally, but not yet spiritually. There were parts of you that still depended on outcomes more than on me. There were fears hiding beneath your faith that needed to be exposed and healed. So I slowed the process, not to frustrate you, but to fortify you. You kept asking me to open the door, but if I had opened it too soon, you would have walked through it carrying insecurity, comparison, and the need to prove yourself. And those things would have turned a gift into a burden. I care too much about you to let that happen. Understand this: preparation is proof of purpose. While you were focused on the promise, I was focused on the person. I was strengthening your patience. I was deepening your discernment. I was teaching you to trust me even when you could not trace me. Those lessons were not punishment. They were protection. And now I must gently correct something in your thinking. You have believed that once the promise arrives, all fear will disappear. But faith is not the absence of fear. Faith is choosing to move with me even when your hands tremble. Open now does not mean you will feel completely ready. It means you will trust that I am ready. You have also believed that the opportunity must look perfect to be from me. But I often send beginnings wrapped in simplicity. Do not overlook what seems small. Do not dismiss what requires courage. I am not calling you to comfort. I'm calling you to obedience. The door before you will not open because you are flawless. It will open because you are willing. Let go of the belief that you missed your moment. Let go of the fear that you are behind. My timing does not operate on human comparison. You are exactly where you need to be. The waiting shaped you. The stretching strengthened you. The silence sharpened you. Now you are not just hoping for the promise. You are ready to carry it. My child, lift your head and steady your heart. You have walked through a long stretch of uncertainty, and yet you are still standing. That is not by accident. That is not by your strength alone. I have been sustaining you in ways you did not even recognize. Every time you thought you would break, I reinforced you. Every time you thought your faith was too small, I carried you with mine. And now I am calling you to rise, not in pressure, but in promise. What I spoke over your life still stands. Time has not weakened it. Silence has not erased it. Opposition has not canceled it. When I declare something over my child, it does not fade with the seasons. It matures. It develops. It waits for its appointed moment. And this is that moment of movement. You are not stepping into something unstable. You are stepping into something I have been preparing with precision. Even The parts of your journey that felt wasted were being woven together. The disappointments trained your discernment. The closed doors strengthened your resilience. The tears softened your heart so you would carry success with humility instead of pride. You feared that the waiting meant you were forgotten. But I was positioning you. I was aligning conversations, shifting circumstances, moving pieces that you could never control on your own. What you saw as delay was divine coordination. Hear me clearly. You will not miss what has your name on it. You do not need to rise. You do not need to compete. You do not need to prove your worth. What I have assigned to you is secured by my authority, not by your performance. Walk forward with confidence, not because you feel fearless, but because you trust the one who leads you. I know there is still a quiet trembling inside you. That is human. But courage is not the absence of trembling. Courage is choosing to move while holding my hand. And I am not letting go. As you step into this next chapter, I will cover you. I will guard your peace. I will give you wisdom when decisions feel heavy. I will remind you who you are when doubt tries to return. You are not walking into this alone. You are walking into it with my presence surrounding you. So breathe deeply now. Let hope rise again without restraint. Let expectation return without fear. What felt delayed was not denied. It was designed. And now it is unfolding in strength, not fragility. I finish what I start in you, my child. And I am not finished. My child, now the moment is before you. I have spoken. I have reminded you. I have strengthened you. Now I am asking you to respond. Open your heart fully to what I am doing. Open your hands instead of clenching them in fear. Open your faith wider than your doubt. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to trust me completely. I promised. I prepared you. And now I am bringing it to pass. Saying yes to me again. Not a fearful yes. Not a reluctant yes. But a surrendered yes. Trust that I am guiding your steps. Trust that I am steadying your path. Trust that what I am placing before you carries my peace with it. If it carries my peace, you can walk in it. And as you move forward, do not keep this word to yourself. There are others who are still waiting in the dark, wondering if I remember them. There are hearts that feel forgotten. Share this message with them. Let it be light in someone else's midnight. When you like this message, when you subscribe, when you leave your voice in the comments, you are not just engaging with a video. You are helping my word travel farther than you can see. Now listen closely, my child. When you choose to support this mission through PayPal, what some call super thanks, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing seed into soil that carries my voice. I tell you in my word that as you sow, you shall reap. When you release what is in your hand, I release what is in mine. This is not about money. It is about movement. It is about reaching the one who is about to give up tomorrow but will hear my whisper tonight because you chose to act. I am inviting you into this moment with me. Do not let hesitation steal your obedience. If this word has stirred you, respond. Go to the PayPal link in the description. Scan the QR code on the screen. Sow your seed as an act of faith, as an act of partnership with me. And as you give, I bless your provision, your household, and your future. What you release in faith, I multiply in purpose. Now walk forward in peace. I am with you. I am ahead of you. And what I said was coming is now unfolding. Token.